Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will learning about clause. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and its own predicate. Jadi klausa itu adalah sekumpulan kata yang berisi subjek dan predikatnya sendiri. For example, yesterday when Sarita invited Sata. When jadi subjek, Sarita jadi predikat. A clause can be a complete sentence or a part of a sentence. Klausa bisa berupa kalimat lengkap atau bagian dari kalimat. A sentence can have one clause or more than one clause. Jadi sebuah kalimat dapat memiliki satu klausa atau lebih dari satu klausa. For example, the sun rise in the east. The sun jadi clause, rise jadi verb, and the east jadi complete sentence. If the clause could stand by itself and form a complete sentence with punctuation, we call the clause an independent clause. The following are independent clause. Number 1, I despise individuals of low character. Number 2, Obadiah Simpson is uglier than a rabbit raccoon. Jadi, jika klausa bisa berdiri sendiri dan membentuk kalimat lengkap, itu adalah klausa independen. We could easily turn independent clause into a complete sentence by adding appropriate function marks. We might say, I despise individuals of low character. Or we might write, Obadiah Simpson is uglier than a rabbit raccoon. We call them independent because these types of clause can stand independently by themselves without any extra words attached and be complete sentence. Di sini, kita dapat dengan mudah mengubah klausa independen menjadi kalimat lengkap dengan menambahkan tanda baca yang sesuai. Dependent clause have a subject doing a verb, but they have a subordinate conjunction in front of the clause. That subordinate conjunction means that the clause can stand independently by itself and become a complete sentence. Instead, the independent clause is dependent upon another clause. It can't make a complete sentence by itself, even though it has a subject doing a verb. Jadi, dependent clause sebaliknya memiliki subjek melakukan kata kerja tetapi memiliki konjungsi. Bawahan di depan klausa. Dan dependent clause tidak dapat membuat kalimat lengkap dengan sendirinya, meskipun subjeknya menggunakan kata kerja. Common subordinating conjunction or dependent words after because, who, whose, whom, what, whatever, or not, unless, as, although, even though, as if, which, so that. Here are some examples of dependent clause. Number 1, since she loves us different men. Number 2, when the saints go marching in. Number 3, because she smiled at him. There are 3 types of dependent clause. Number 1, adjective clause, noun clause, and adverbial clause. Number 1, adjective clause. Adjective clause is a clause that functions as an adjective or as a subtitle, or as a substitute for an adjective. Things that need to be considered in the adjective clause. A combines 2 sentences with subject pronouns with who, which, and that. Who to replace people, which for things, and that for people and things. Jadi, adjective clause adalah klausa yang berfungsi sebagai kata sifat atau sebagai pengganti kata sifat. For example, I meet the boy. He is very clever. I meet the boy who is very clever. I meet the boy That is very clever. Combine two sentences using object, pronouns using whom, which, and that. She combined two sentences with whose. They combined two sentences with where. For example, the playing was very good. She saw it yesterday. The playing which or that she saw yesterday was very good. Example whose. I know him well. His books are many. I know him well. Whose books are many. Example where. Surabaya is hot city. I have just arrived there. Surabaya, where I have just arrived there, is a hot city. A. Combine two sentences with when. For example, I will never forget the day I meet you on the date. I will never forget the day when I meet you. Number 2, noun clause. A noun clause is a clause that functions as a noun or as a substitute for a noun. Jadi, noun clause adalah klausa yang berfungsi sebagai kata benda atau sebagai pengganti kata benda. Rumusnya adalah conjunction plus subject plus verb. For example, where you live is known by them. Where jadi conjunction, you jadi subject, and live jadi verb. A. Statement. Conjunction that. As subject, that Anna came late made me angry. Anna subject, came verb, late, made jadi verb. That Anna came late jadi subject. As object, I believe that she will come. I jadi subject, live jadi verb, and that she will come jadi object. B. Question words. Question words can be used in noun clause. Question words are like when, where, why, who, how, whom, what, which, and whose. For example, question, where is she? How do you study? Noun clause, I don't know where she is. I don't know how you study. She, noun clause wearing ever. The words used in ever have the meaning any. For example, whatever, whoever, whomever, whichever, whenever, and wherever. For example, whoever works hard will get success. I don't care whatever you did. And the last, number 3, adverbial clause. An adverb clause is a clause that functions as an adverb, namely explaining the verb. Jadi adverbial clause adalah berfungsi sebagai adverb, yaitu menjelaskan kata kerja. For example, he came here when the bell rang. She promised to help me, although she was busy. She will go to Jakarta if she is in a good condition. Okay, I think enough. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.